Hey, Pops, guys, we are back. All right, we are back on the Monday before the college football playoffs come out on tomorrow. And guess what? We're gonna see if A&M will stay in the rankings or will A&M fall out. In my honest opinion, I believe A&M will drop to number 25, but we will see. We will see. I do understand that they weren't in the AP polls. But I'm here to tell you that that doesn't mean anything, okay? College football playoff rankings and where these guys come out and they go ahead and make the rankings and stuff like that, and which is a whole new ranking, which is called the college football playoff ranking. So, guys, we're gonna see where we at and stuff like that. All right. So, what do we have on this edition of the Homemade Podcast of Sports? So, first and foremost, right? I just want to thank all of the former players, now former players, that are going into the transfer portal. Offensive lineman, I think Aboyu Aki or Aki Aboyu or something like that. He has officially entered the transfer portal. He's an offensive lineman. He will have one more year eligibility left. I'm here to tell you that's fine with me. Defensive lineman Gabriel Brownlow Dindy. He has also entered the transfer portal. That was the former five-star defensive lineman in that 2022 class, in which we signed about five of those guys. Okay, so he has entered into the transfer portal. I'm here to tell you right now, I'm happy for the young man. Hey, but honestly speaking, he needed to go. I don't know what happened along the way. All I do know is that he had a lot of injuries. I did hear what somebody had said. He felt like the medical staff didn't know what they were doing. I also heard the same thing from Jimbo Fisher. The same thing from Evan Stewart when he was with Jimbo Fisher. I'm not sure if that's the same medical staff that's there on today. I'm here to tell you it's probably not. I'm pretty sure that's not the same strength and conditioning coach that was there with Jimbo Fisher. So I'm not sure. Be honest with you, I think the guy just wanted some playing time. I think he may have looked at the roster coming back on next year because we haven't seen anybody declare for the draft. And he was just like, hey, man, I'm never going to get on the field when I want to get on the field, in which he's probably right. Tell you the truth, I don't understand why they never rotated the guy this year. But I'm not the defensive line coach nor the defense coordinator. I don't know what they were looking at. So it is what it is. I'm happy for the young man. So he is now moved along. I'm looking for maybe one or two wide receivers to hit this transfer portal. I'm looking for maybe a tight end to hit the transfer portal. I'm talking about from Texas A&M. And, man, the one I believe that we're all waiting on is Connor Wigman. I believe we're waiting on quarterback Connor Wigman, which is the former five-star recruit in the 2022 class. We're waiting to see when he's going to put his name in there. I guarantee you, as soon as Connor goes into that transfer portal, he already has a school laid out. He's probably waiting on a certain school that hadn't gotten back with him yet. We don't know, but I do believe that Connor Wigman will go to the transfer portal. I'm not going to feel sad about it. It is what it is. I do still feel like the coaching staff could have done a bit better. I feel like they could have done a better job at handling Connor, but man, we don't know what was going on. A lot of you guys are going to come on here and bash me for being the Connor Wigman supporter and blah, 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 and that's fine with me. But, I mean, we just don't know. As of right now, Marcel Reed is the future. If Connor Wigman leaves, I guarantee you Jalen Henderson will leave. We may be looking at Jalen Henderson being the first guy to leave. But Jalen Henderson, he hasn't put his name out there as well. He hasn't put his name out there neither. So at this point, we're just playing a waiting game. But just to show you how that quarterback depth chart will look, it will be Marcel Reed as a starter, in my opinion, for next year. But if Connor stays, we could see another quarterback battle. But it will be Marcel Reed. Then it will be Miles O'Neal. And then it will be the freshman that's coming in behind Miles O'Neal, in which I can't think of his name right now for whatever reason. But it will be the young guy that had committed. Okay. Right now I do have my phone. I am on some standby news in which I hope to see here later on tonight. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm hoping to see something on tonight. I'm now seeing that Ohio State linebacker Gabe Powers has now entered the transfer portal. They just posted that about like 7 minutes ago. I'm here to tell you right now, man. A&M needs to jump on the train already. A&M needs to jump on the money train. So, like I say, man, that's just about all the guys that have transferred from out of Texas A&M as of right now. Right now. We will continue to look at this. I'm not sure if A&M is going to add a couple of new coaches. I'm most positive and most certain that they're not. Reason being is because they don't need any new coaches. I understand a lot of people are mad at Colin Klein. I was mad at him as well, guys. But hey, man, I'm here to tell you it is what it is. That's year one. Let's see what year two holds, okay? I'm just like Billy Lucci, guys. Give me 1 second here. But guys, I'm just like I'm just like Billy Lucci, man, and the rest of those guys at Texas A&M. Guys, let's give them a chance, okay? Hell, we let Jimbo Fisher come in here and he walked out for $75 million. I feel like we can at least give Mike Elko 2 goddamn years in which the guy done a fine job in year one. Okay, yeah, we went 8-4. And what's crazy is that this season could have been a 10-win season, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's all in the books now. I understand everything that you guys are probably saying in your head right now. Mike Elko should have done a way better job. He should have went 9-3. Guys, I predicted the season to be 9-3. The game that has me scratching my head and will forever have me scratching my head is the Auburn game. I don't know where the defensive breakdowns were in that fucking game. Excuse my language. Didn't even say that. I don't know where the defensive breakdowns were in that game, but that was the reason why we didn't go 9-3. And then you had to, you came home, sellout crowd, 109,000, third largest ever in A&M history. And we just walked off the field and we didn't lay not a single offensive point. But I'm here to tell you is that that's okay. That's okay. A lot of things isn't lost, okay? Also, I'm here to tell you this here. Mike Elko and his staff, they will most likely sign the top 5 recruiting class. A lot of you guys don't want to believe that, but I'm going to go through some people that has decommitted. And a lot of you guys have seen me get on here and go hard on the recruiting trail. It's time now. I love it. But number one, which is the transfer, and when which he went to the transfer portal, is Micah Hudson or Micah Hudson. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Micah Hudson. He's a wide receiver that we wanted. We didn't get. Okay, he ultimately committed to Texas Tech, and guess what? He's in the transfer portal now. I'm here to say, Holman Wiggins, what are you going to do? Okay, Adam Cushion, right? We wanted Lamont Rogers to decommit, and guess what? We got him to decommit. Now I'm here to say, what are you going to do? The next guy that A&M is going at and probably will flip, by the way, Oklahoma fans, I hope you listen, and I hope you guys are in this podcast. Michael Fawcett. I said it, Michael Fawcett. I believe he will flip, and I believe he will come to A&M. Another guy out there to watch, and which has decommitted from USC, Jerome Miles. I believe he will come to Texas A&M. A lot of other wide receivers as well. That's probably committed. I want to say watch another guy over there at Missouri. I can't think of his name right now, but watch that guy. He's committed to Missouri right now. I believe he'll flip and come to Texas A&M. So Mike Elko and his staff is out there doing the dirty work. I'm going to say that once again. They're out there doing the dirty work. They are doing their best to flip these guys. And as of right now, come signing day, December 4th, which is early signing period, they are in good spots to flip these guys. Some of these guys have already decommitted. I'm here to tell you right now, we need Michael Falsey on that offensive line, and we also need Lamont Rogers on that offensive line. Okay, we need those guys to pair up or rotate with TJ Shanahan, Mark Naboo, Chase Basantis, and Eric Crowniver, and a lot of those other guys. Yeah, man, we need some depth on that offensive line. We need some depth. We're also going to go into the transfer portal this year, all right? Which leads me to my next question here. Does Texas A&M has an NIL problem? From what I'm looking at right now, right? Texas United is one of the partners, one of the NIL partners that's with Texas A&M. Okay? He is with, well, that certain entity is tied to, I want to say Texas A&M, but then again, they're not tied to Texas A&M, right? This is just them doing their own malpractice out there, okay? I need a lot of you guys to go on Texas United and sign up, all right? Or at least just drop a donation, okay? It makes no sense for us to have all this money and not use it the right way. I'm here to tell you this here. I'm not a fan of NIL at all. But if this is the game that we're going to play, we cannot continue to be behind, okay? We were behind for decades. When we were in the Big 12, we were behind for decades when we were in the Southwest Conference. We have money. Use it already. We have money. We have by far gotten every goddamn thing you could ask for to go up in the damn facility. We have gotten everything you could ask for to go around the goddamn stadium. And we have gotten everything that you can ask for to go in that goddamn pond that we just put out there, man. Man, what more do you want? We've now put press boxes in where fans used to sit at. Why? Because we want to make people feel welcome, in which it's a lot of Texas fans that showed up to that game, and none of them left out complaining. None. Okay? None of them left out complaining. They're going to trash us with their jokes because they came over here and beat us. That's fine. But we have to continuously keep up with the college football world. If NIL is a part of this world, I'm here to tell you, until the shit gets blown up, then we need to be a part of that world. All right? It's not going to not make us different, okay? It's not going to not make us different at all. It's just a simple fact of that we're playing the same game as everybody else is playing. I remember decades ago, right, when R.C. Slocum, Jackie Sherrill, and hell, even Mike Sherman, for crying out loud. When those guys were head coaches, and not necessarily Mike Sherman, but you guys get what I'm saying here. But Jackie Sherrill and the guy R.C. Slocum for sure. I remember when it wasn't no scholarship limit. So guess what? Your arch rival Texas went out there and done. They offered every goddamn body a scholarship. So where did that leave A&M at? Getting backups. Getting guys, yeah, I know, guys that wanted to be there and stuff like that, and et cetera, et cetera. But Texas done what everybody else was doing, okay? A&M, what are you doing? And the reason why I ask that is because you have the same goddamn money that Texas got. I'm going to say that for the people in the back that needs to hear this that aren't Texas A&M fans, by the way, or nor Texas A&M alumni, former players, et cetera, et cetera. You have the same money as Texas. Use it, be better, and go out and do the same goddamn thing they did. I can tell you right now. And I hated this when this happened, but he done what he had to do. And Right now, they have one of the best offensive lines in the country. They went out this wasn't SART, but this was the NIL collective. They went out and they told every offensive lineman, your ass will get paid if you come and commit to Texas. Guess what happened? A lot of those 5-star offensive linemen, they all went to Texas. Now, of course, they need to be developed, right? Yeah, I get that part. But the asses went there. They're developed now. They didn't just start them right away. They're developed now, though. And look at that offensive line play. Look at that offensive line play. Now, granted, we have a lot, right? And shout out to our offensive line coach, in which he's trying to get a lot of shit together that Jimbo ass didn't do, or Jimbo and that goddamn offensive line staff did not do, in which they were piss poor, by the way. But as of right now, man, our offensive line coach, he's trying to do the best that he can do right now. And guess what? He can only step it up if NIL steps it up as well. Now, a lot of these guys want to be here at Texas A&M, and I get all of that. But at some point, Aggies, right, talking to the older Ags out there, because you guys need to really hear this. Talk to the older Ags out there. You guys gonna have to put that pride to the side already. Okay? Yeah, we don't want to be a part of that game. Hey, we always want to be different. I'm here to tell you, and then we'll always be goddamn different. We have our own traditions. It's going to stay that way, and we're going to stay on our side. Okay? We're going to stay on our side. We do things different at Texas A&M. That's fine. However, we have more money than some. Damn that. We have more money than goddamn 98% of college football. Okay? That's excluding Harvard and all those damn guys. But FBS, Division II, shit like that, we have way more money than 98% of those goddamn people. So what does that say for Texas A&M going forward? If NIL is the game that you want to play, and don't get me wrong, we may have played it in 2021. We may have. I don't know that part yet. We may have done that. Okay? So what's the reason for us to be behind now? We don't need to be a step behind. We need to be a step forward. Okay? I'm going to sit up here and tell the truth. That $30 million on that goddamn recruiting class was a piss poor lie. However, some of those guys did get NIL money. They didn't get $30 million goddamn dollars worth, but they did get some NIL money. So kudos to Jimbo. You know, he's not going to come out and tell you that. I will tell you, though. Kudos to Jimbo and that damn staff. Kudos to the NIL collective that made it known, hey, we're going to be the first to do it. The problem with Jimbo is that his ass couldn't develop no goddamn body. That was our issue with Jimbo. Now we don't have a Jimbo problem. Mike Elko is here, and I believe Mike Elko can develop. I believe Colin Klein can develop. I believe Holman Wiggins can develop. I believe our running backs coach can develop. And I believe Adam Cushion, which is the offensive line coach, can develop. Our defensive line coach, I can't remember everybody's name, he can develop. I believe our linebackers coach is going to be okay. The safeties coach, the corners coach, the special teams coach, those guys are going to be all right. Are we going to help them out by going to go get players now? And shout out to Lance C. Jackson for telling me what he told me in the comments. He said, man, NIL for Texas, they went out there and they gave all of those offensive linemen $50,000 for NIL collective, right? I'm agreeing with him. I'm pretty sure it's way more than that now. I'm pretty sure it's way more than that now, okay? I'm pretty sure. I'm here to tell you right now, A&M could do better. That was 3 years ago. Now we're all the way in 2024. It is time for A&M to start playing the goddamn game that they've been had on their damn chest pool. Stop with the not making the moves already. Make the goddamn move. Stop with the not making the moves. We need to make them. Why? Because if you don't, your ass is going to get left behind, just like you got done in 1980, just like how you got done in 1960, 1970. I'm going way back now. And then in 1990s, then the 2000s, we were up a notch in 2012. Don't get me wrong on that. But it's a whole new damn ball game. We have money. We have undeniable money. And guess what? Our money doesn't stop printing. Okay? Texas can tell you that shit. I'm only naming them because they were one of the best at doing it, and I'll give them their credit. And they went 11-1 behind the shit. Georgia probably was another one that was doing it for years and years with Mark Rich. But guess what? Mark Rich couldn't get over that hump. Nick Saban was one of the best at doing it. He just ain't gonna tell you that shit. He been paying players. He been paying players. LSU is one of the best at doing it again. They just don't have enough damn money. I'm gonna say it once again. They just don't have enough money. A&M, man, look at this logo. Okay, look at this logo. Look at that. Look at that. That brand, right? And of course, your rival, once again, they're gonna come on here and they're gonna tell you how much the brand ain't worth this, the brand ain't worth that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's worth billions of freaking dollars. You can do your own goddamn research. This is worth billions of dollars. The only other football program that comes in behind the Texas Longhorns is these guys right here. This is why they don't like you, because of that goddamn brand. Now, did Jimbo Fisher make that brand even bigger when he was here? Hell yeah, he did. He did. Did Kevin Sumlin make this brand bigger when he was here? Hell yeah, he did. Why? Because he had a Heisman Trophy winner. So, I'm just saying, but he not only had a Heisman Trophy winner, Kevin Sumlin also had a guy on his defensive line that didn't play in no goddamn championship game, be the first overall pick, in which is Miles freaking Garrett. I'm going to remind you again, none of these guys played in championship games, by the way. None of these guys. So all I'm saying is, do what you got to do. Don't be scared about it. It is what it is. The shit isn't illegal. And it is what it is. So keep going. Don't slow down. Give me 1 second, guys. Who's that over there? So don't be scared about it. Do what you have to do. And live with it. It's nothing wrong with it at all. Okay? Let me check this one more time. I'm looking at some stuff here. Let me look at this. A wide receiver from Baylor, Texas. His name is London Smith. Looked like he just decommitted. So, it is what it is. Let me see. And so what's very, very crazy to me, I didn't know that Jacoby Matthews went to Florida International. I did not know. I did not know that. I don't think Jacoby Matthews can come back to Texas A&M. That's me, in my opinion. But apparently he went to FIU. I don't know how I didn't know that. But he has now entered the transfer portal. What's crazy to me is that, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more players come out over these next couple of days hit transfer portal. It's just crazy to me that I don't think a lot of guys from Texas A&M is going to hit the transfer portal. Now, I don't know why that may be. But I'm slowly waiting for Conor Wigman to hit that damn transfer portal. But I guess he has to wait a couple of days, probably for his NIL collective because of his contract. I don't know. But like I told you before, if Connor stays, that means one thing only. They have told Connor that that quarterback job isn't solidified yet. And if they told him that, then I don't know what that means for Marcel Reed. I don't know what that means for the other guys as well. All right. Somebody, West Texas Ag, what site you on to see the decommitments? I'm on the same thing you guys are on, which is X. I'm on Twitter X. Nothing's changed. This is where I'm just keeping up with a lot of things because these are the first guys to get it for whatever reason. Okay. But this is what I'm on. Also, I think another guy you guys need to watch out for, and if I'm hearing what I'm hearing, it's a lot of contact with this guy. And it's a lot of contact that I'm hearing. A lot of you guys probably don't want to hear that, but then again, a lot of you guys out there that want to win, guess what? You're gonna have to suck your goddamn pride up and just deal with it. Jonte Cook. I believe I'm hearing that it's some talk on both sides of the field. Jonte Cook, I think he wants to come to Texas A&M. I don't think he wants to leave the state of Texas. That was never his MO. I think if he probably had a chance to go to Alabama, he probably would have. But I don't think that's Jonte's MO. I think Jonte wants to stay at home. And the only other school that was looking at him very, very, very hard was Texas A&M. He just didn't want to play in the Jimbo Fisher offense. And hell, I don't blame him. I see Lance roster limits going up from 86 to 100. If I'm not mistaken, they had been put that in place. I think last year or this year. Now this may just be something that may just start here in just a little bit here. Not sure about it though, but I believe it may start in just a little bit here. But like I say, I will keep my eye on Jonte Cook, and I'm telling y'all to keep your eye on Jonte Cook because I believe he's going to end up in the Aggie uniform. Like I said, a lot of people for whatever reason look at that video, they still taking it personal and blah blah blah. I'm here to tell you, it's 2024. Get out your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Okay. It's going to be a lot of shit that you're going to have to deal with. Okay. Get out your goddamn feelings. We need some help on that wide receiver unit. And I believe he's one of the guys that can come in here and he can play goddamn wide receiver. Get out your damn feelings. Okay? So stop it already. Okay? Another wide receiver is Mika Hudson. I believe they have a lot of time, but Mika Hudson is going to hear from every goddamn body. I want you guys to honestly know that they're going to hear. He's going to hear from I don't know how many people out there. But we need some defensive linemen. We need some wide receivers bad. We need skilled position players that can come in and catch the damn football. Come in and create separation and catch the damn football. Noah Thomas cannot be the only damn guy. I'm sorry, he can't be the only damn one. It has to be somebody else already. Okay? So we need that. I can only imagine if it's Jonte Cook, Mika Hudson, and Noah Thomas all on the same goddamn line of scrimmage. I can only imagine. And it is what it is on that, okay? Like I say, a lot of these older acts, you're gonna have to get out these feelings, man. You're gonna have to get out of these prideful moments. You are not, you yourself are not Texas A&M University just by yourself. Texas A&M University has a big alumni, okay? Our offense coordinator is not atrocious. This is his first year. Let him settle in, okay? Let him settle in. He benched the quarterback and replaced him. Let him settle in. I still like Colin Klein. I still think he'll do great things here. I'm not going to say Colin Klein is going to have the #1 damn offense. I've never ever told you guys that. So you guys, look, the Texas game is going to sting. Let's see how we do in the bowl game. Let's see how we do. Let's see what opponent we get. As of right now, I'm looking at the Las Vegas Bowl for Texas A&M. Why? Because they don't want to go to the Houston Bowl. If they do go to the Houston Bowl, that's just for family to come out and yada, yada, yada. But I think they're going to play in the Las Vegas Bowl against USC, okay? In which I would love to see. Moose, I think, is run out of eligibility. Ja'Day Walk is done. That's it for him. He has no more eligibility, okay? But I do believe that not only those wide receivers that I mentioned, but look at your freshman wide receivers that's coming in as well. Look at your freshmen that you already had in this previous class, which is Isaiah Williams from Florida. He's very freaking fast. He didn't see the field this year. That's fine. He's not going to transfer out, people. Do not panic. But that could be another guy. Another one is the other wide receiver, Mika Tees. I believe Mika Tees will get some playing time eventually. But if these wide receivers that I just named comes in here, those guys are going to be your starters. And I'm here to tell you right now, we haven't had a 1,000-yard wide receiver in probably almost a decade. It's time to get out of that already. Like I say, it's time to pull out your checkbooks. Wide receivers are very expensive in the NIL era, and we have to do what we got to do. We still got Terry. I know we do, but I think Terry is not going to be a wide receiver. I don't think he's going to be the main wide receiver, but Terry is going to be there. I believe Terry will be one of your running backs next year. Okay, I highly believe that. So, like I say, we will see what's going on. We went on 30 minutes. I love you guys. I will be back on tomorrow. If it's some breaking news, I hate that I wouldn't be able to break it on here because I don't see anything at the moment. But like I told you guys before, all I can say is just be patient. Okay? I'm not sure if why Texas A&M, I'm looking at this ranking here. I'm not sure if why LSU is above Texas A&M in the 8th spot. And but whatever. Whatever. It is what it is on that. But just be on the lookout. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas A&M flipped the wide receivers from LSU, one of the 5 stars. But all I can say is just keep on the lookout, man. We will see how this goes on early signing day, which is on December 4th, okay? Which is Wednesday, right around the corner. Can't wait for it. I'm always excited about that. I'm a big, giant kid when it comes to early signing day period because I sit in front of the TV screen all day long, okay? So I'll be on the podcast for that. And I will start very, very early. I will have text ads up as well. And we will sit here and we're going to record, okay? I may take breaks, periodic breaks here and there. But guys, we're going to record our butts off, all right? So I love all of you. And once again, #kick.